Hello, everyone. We're beginning Major Document 1 this week, which is professional correspondence. And I want to share a few thoughts with you going into the assignment. First of all, the assignment consists of two letters and a memo. In the first letter, you're initiating communication with someone you don't know. For every professional situation you encounter, you need to consider uh, your audience and your purpose. Who are you addressing and why? What do you hope to accomplish? I'm making things easy for you here because I have given you both of those, both your audience and your purpose. Look at the screen. I hope you all can see the screen. You have four scenarios to choose from. Number one, you are a passenger on Flyride Airlines. You're on your way to catch a flight, your car breaks down, and you miss your flight. The airline rep puts you on another flight, but you have to pay a $200 change fee. You're convinced this isn't your fault, and you want your $200 back. Unfortunately, it's not the airline's fault either. So you're going to need to make some kind of legitimate argument for the airline to give you a refund or possibly even a partial refund. A reasonable argument to make is that your company uses this airline constantly for flying, that you've done business with them for a number of years, and anything else you can think of that you are going to that you can include for your argument. The way your letter, and I'm going to go in over these other three with you in just a moment, but let's take a look at a sample business letter here first. This one is by Ima in Debt. She's writing to the bank of wherever, and she wants to get a refund of some late charges because she doesn't think they are deserved. Notice that this is the form you're going to be using. You have a return address, a date, the recipient's address. Now, the next two lines, the account and attention lines, the account number and attention lines, those are optional. Sometimes they are useful, sometimes they just get in the way. Dear sir or madam is an appropriate way to begin if you don't know your reader's name. If you have a name, it's always best to use it. Write, however, do address a specific person. Don't address an entity. Don't say Dear Flyride Airlines. All right. Follow your introduction here with a colon. That's correct. That's the correct punctuation. And in professional communication, you always begin with your purpose early on. In the first two or three sentences. Here she states it she sort of states it. She could be a little bit more, a little more specific with her purpose. She states that she's writing in regard to late fees charged. Then she explains the circumstances in the first sentence. In the first paragraph. This is what you should do as well. In the second paragraph, you'll state your argument just as she has done here. Then the third paragraph, you will imply or ask for a response. Here she implies that she is expecting a response, or she states that she's expecting it. I look forward to your reply. And then your customary closing, sincerely yours truly, and so forth. Notice she's left four lines here open, and that's where that's where she will actually sign it before she sends out a paper copy of the letter. Now, in today's world, many of these letters are sent via email attachments, but there are still many valid reasons, that you should know how to write a business letter, how to write an effective business letter. And by the way, this is called full block form, and that is the most formal type of letter, and that's what I would like for you to use as well. All right, going back into content here. The second scenario you can choose from is that you are a student trying to get into a course that's already full. You're writing the instructor, the professor, asking for an override. Once again, it would behoove you to come up with an argument that will involve something that is of use to the instructor. Don't just say, I need this. The instructor, if he agrees to let you, or he or she agrees to let you into the class, he's agreeing to do extra work that he's not being paid for. And sometimes instructors are pretty agreeable to doing that, other times not. If you are requesting introduction or if you are requesting admission to a class that is already full, I would suggest talking about what you're going to bring to the class, showing that you will be a dedicated student, that you will come to class every day, that you will do your assignments on time, and that it wouldn't help to also compliment the professor and explain that he is the most competent in his field and you want to take his course because you know you will benefit the most from it. Now, think outside the box. Think of any other reasons you might use to get him or her to agree to allow you into the class. The next scenario is that you work with an office. You work within an office of another 24 employees. You bring your lunches every week, and every week you're short a lunch when it comes to the latter part of the week. Somebody's taking your lunches. So you want to write a formal letter to your supervisor, your immediate supervisor, your manager, explaining that you have this problem and asking for their help. Once again, kind of think of reasons that they should help you with this issue. And in this case, you might offer a few suggestions as well as to how they can correct this problem. The last scenario entails you as an average citizen who passes a billboard that you see as at least almost obscene. It has two naked people with their private parts obscured by only thin black lines. You're going to write the owner of the billboard company, asking that the billboard be changed, the advertisement be changed, or that it be obscured or moved or whatever. Once again, you're going to have to come up with reasons for this person to do it. This is an in-profit or a for-profit company. They're in business to make money, and if they refuse an advertiser, it's going to hurt their profits. So you probably need to show the owner that they are at risk by leaving this advertisement up. You can show them that it's a traffic hazard. You can show them that it will be offensive to the people who are, the consumers who are using the advertiser or whatever. And, they can certainly pull some weight with the advertiser by going on strike and things like that. All right, those give just decide on one of those. Write a letter using the examples I provided for you here, and then you will post it to your group discussion board. Let's go into groups. You all have been assigned to a group by now. Click on groups, After you click on groups, you will see the group that you are assigned to. Here you won't see a screen like this. You'll see only one of these. Let's say you're assigned to the wildfire group. These are the tools that you'll have. I'll probably eliminate a couple of these before you actually get into the semester. But the two you'll use mostly are the group discussion board and the email. Let's take a look at group discussion board. Here you have two forums. In the first forum, you will post your first draft, and it tells you the due date and so forth. And then you are going to respond to another, or you're going to post a reply to another student's thread and give them some edit help. To find out how to do that, click on this video, and it will it will tell you how to use the reviewing toolbar in Word. And if you're working in, let's say, Adobe PDF, it's a very similar operation, but this talks about Word. You can apply the same procedure in other to other formats. By the way, everything you do in this class will be submitted either in Word or in PDF. If it's simply a text document, you can use either. If it has text and images together, it will need to be a PDF, and I will make sure that you understand that for each assignment. All right, moving back into Module 1, we'll talk a little bit about the second letter. You're going to post the first letter within your group discussion board. Then the next week, the following week, this is 2 weeks or 2 weeks away, you will post a response to one of the letters that has been posted in your group discussion board, and you will assume the role of one of these, whoever the letter is to. Fly-Ride Airlines, Dr. Faraday, the billboard company. You'll assume the role of perhaps that billboard owner, and you'll make a decision as to whether or not you're going to give the $200 refund, or you're going to deny it, or you might you might offer some kind of compromise. You're going to need to make these decisions based on what's good for your organization and good for yourself. And you're going to a lesser extent, decide what's good for the sender of the letter. Remember, you are the one that is making the decision here. In most cases, your decision will have a little bit of let's say, uh, a little bit of carryover. You will, if, for instance, if you turn down the passenger, you might lose their business. If you grant the $200, or if you grant a refund for the $200, you are giving away company money. And remember, you are a responsible employee. Companies kind of frown on it when you give away their money. If you're Dr. Faraday, you are opening yourself for more work. These are more papers you have to grade, et cetera, et cetera. So consider all these things. Consider the argument your fellow student or your fellow group member has made, and then write a letter that responds to their request, their opening letter. You will go back and post it also in your group discussion board, in the second forum in your group discussion board. All right. You will give that person, you will give another person help with edits, and then you'll use the help you got to revise your two letters and make them as close to perfect as possible. Finally, before you submit the two letters, you will also create a memo, and here's an example, or this is a template of your memo. Uh, I've gone ahead and provided you a workable template. Uh, the text in black you can just leave in place. The highlighted uh, words like memo, letter one, response letter, and so forth. Uh, these are subheadings and they're used as locator devices. So they need to stay there. They need to stay in bold print. All of the red print here, fill in with your own words and put it in black text. I can't think of anything that will need to go into bold print other than the ones that are already shown as bold. Uh, Make sure that you are using correct grammar here. You can be playful with it if you wish. That's perfectly fine. But remember to be serious about the assignment. I want to know that you are learning and that you're taking the assignment seriously. Finally, under document reflection, please be honest with me here. I promise you, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm too old to get my feelings hurt. So I want to know if my instructions were sufficient. I want to know your thoughts about the assignment, and if there's anything you can think of to help you learn, I want to know that as well. All right, let's move out of this. I'm going to close this file and back into Blackboard. I'm sure you're going to have other questions. Let me show you how to address those. If you have content questions, questions about the assignment, I would like for you to use Virtual Office. Click on Virtual Office Forum, and that will take you to another discussion board. As you can see, there's already one post here. I've posted a student's email. If you will post directly, just create a thread and put your question in here. I am notified immediately. I can go in and answer the question, and everyone can see the question and the answer. And if you don't understand something, chances are somebody else doesn't understand either. I would also like for you to subscribe. Up at the top on the left hand side of the screen, beside the create thread, you'll see a subscribe. If you click on that, you'll get the same messages anytime someone post a thread here, and you'll be able to know when someone else has posted. In some cases, you may know the answer and get to it before I do, and that's perfectly all right. I do expect you to help each other in this class, and I will be insisting on it as we go. You won't be receiving a completion grade for the feedback that you give to other students. However, if you don't follow through with what I request that you do in each assignment, you will likely be penalized with your final assignment grade. All right, folks, that's all I can think of for the time being. Oh, I should mention emails as well. While we're communicating, try to remember that you're in a professional environment. Whenever you send an email to me or one of your fellow students, if it's someone you know well, you can begin with informally, like, I hope you're having a great day or whatever. If you are initiating a conversation, you need to be businesslike. You need to get to the point first. You need to address your purpose. And you can take an example, or you can look at these emails. One that I sent Congressman Brady a while back, and his reply, and see kind of how you want to organize professional emails. Remember, get to your purpose, and then state circumstances and state your argument. And if you have anything else that any other influencing factors, you can get into those as well. All right, guys, looking forward to the semester, looking forward to working with you and helping you accomplish your goals.